What we do here is the students write and produce a web series, and it's a 1-year experience, and it's really fun for the students, and I think that what we're trying to teach is the learning, the hands-on experience, and just being in somewhat of a semi-professional environment. We have professional actors, we have a budget, and we work as if we're a professional crew. So it's a really fun time for everybody to get together and learn those skills.
Oh, pre-production was relatively simple. It's the first time I've worked with such a huge crew, which meant that so much of the work was done for me that is usually all me. Well, when they were starting the casting calls, I threw in a crap load of names for any episode, including mine. That's how I think they got Jake Kudemi. You know him. Mm-hmm. And well, that was I mostly just gave them suggestions. I didn't actually have any input on the final casting at all, which is why you were in it.
Thanks, I guess.
No. But yeah, there were a lot of decisions made for me, which was interesting. And I thought it was going to make the job harder, but it made it actually much easier.
We have Jake, this Jake guy for Noble. Sunday Funday.
Okay. Zeke.
You wanted Zeke as Alan, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third one.
And Alex, we don't know who.
I think Michael Phibbs is best.
He was also pretty good. So you want him?
All right, cool. All right, well, hi, Jake. How are you?
Good. Michael, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so we're both in quarantine because of the coronavirus. So we're going to talk about Sunday Funday from home.
Cool.
Yeah, and so I would definitely say that the day of shooting was probably the smoothest day that we had. I think it was our 4th day of shooting, especially after our pretty chaotic first weekend. I had already spent like a whole weekend with that crew and had already been working with them. We've been kind of gelling, but then Jake, you came in having not met everyone yet. How was that?
Right. No, everyone was really nice, and the Shanahan's was really cool. I'd never been there before, and so that was just like, it was the biggest set I had been on, and it was the most, there were the most moving parts to this set than any set I had been on previous. So that was a fun new experience for me.
Yeah, and so in the scene, if you've seen the episode, we drank mimosas, which meant that we had to drink, probably each drank like 2 gallons of orange juice mixed with sparkling water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then at one point, it got spilled on you, right?
It did. I don't know how it happened. And I think it was I think it was like 4 or 5 glasses of mimosas. No, that was fun, but it was mainly on my pants, so we got to keep filming, and it didn't mess with the continuity or anything.
So they have a waitress here that looks a lot like our teacher. Look.
Just watch that glare. And you can see
is Ada doing
It's
BTS
like
now?
spitting image, you know?
The project? It's great. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to make. I'm glad to have gotten to make Chris's episode. Give Chris some screen time.
Did you get the footage for 30-something yet?
So humble. You gotta love him.
How do you feel about the coronavirus halting our production as early as it did?
You know, kind of spooky, but I'm really fortunate that my episode was the one that we got to make. You know, 2 episodes had to be cut, and 1 we never finished, which is a huge shame, but I got very lucky. My episode was made.
So that's actually been a big challenge for us. Since the whole coronavirus thing, social distancing, so you can't really meet up, bring footage to each other. So our compromise was Google Drive, and that's been kind of hard. Just uploading a lot of stuff took I uploaded 1 episode and it took about a little over 2 days. It was a lot. Well, so far from the notes that I've gotten, I mean, it's mainly just kind of been small groups. We've been just doing those split off groups with Jess, Craig, and the colorist, music person, sound person, all that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of been a small group. But I'd love to kind of get I'm kind of missing out on that, seeing everyone's kind of idea of what it's going to look like. Everything looks great, and I'm so excited to see it colored, because when it's colored, just that much more, and it's just so great.
So one thing that's really great about this year is that we have a group of students who have just thrown away egos. And it's really more about what's best for the shop, what's best for the crew, what's best for this moment in time, and less about I'm some sort of superstar filmmaker. That we really see this collaborative environment, and it's just been a really positive group and a really great collaboration amongst everybody.